It combines a lot of elements, any one or two of which helps make a movie great. And in the case of JAWS, you had kind of a perfect storm of successful elements. You had very sympathetic actors behaving well, acting believably in a real complicated interpersonal structure. You had the greatest villain of all time, the mindless eating machine that just swims and eats and makes baby sharks. You had a timeless setting, this fictional island where everything is like frozen in amber, just like the way it was in 65, 74, 86, 95, 2012. It just, except for the absence of cell phones and computers, if you look at that movie, you can't tell when it was shot. Maybe the bathing suits are a little out of style. But there's a combination of story, character, and suspense that just really worked well together. And that's a tribute to the editing and the score. You know, every element of the movie worked. Every element worked. And that's a rare occasion. You know, there might have been moments of self-doubt, but they disappeared very quickly because the job was so daunting just to get the film done that there really wasn't time to worry about what happened if we didn't get it done. I mean, it was like the joke about failure is not an option. You know, you've got a company, you've got a script, even though it's evolving and changing every day. You've got to get through it. You've got to get all the material in the can. You've got to come back to LA. You've got to shoot additional material. You've got to get the underwater footage to work. You've got to put it all together and edit it in a coherent manner. The job took precedence over everything, and there were no egos involved beyond the ordinary egos of actors that is common to every production. But nobody had anything to prove except we can make this movie. You had to have the shark. You had to have the mayor who was indifferent to the danger. You had to have the police chief who was insistent on pursuing the truth wherever it led. And you had to have the oceanographer who was fascinated by the creature and couldn't believe until he verified for himself that such a creature even existed. And then you had the monomaniacal hater of sharks, a survivor of a horrendous incident during World War II, who had a personal vendetta and would not ever wear a life vest again. So just all those things. The beauty of the shark in JAWS, and this is from the first page of the novel, is that it is a mindless creature operating on pure instinct and is a force of nature, like a typhoon. You can't make a typhoon go away. You can't make a shark not eat you once it's tasted you. It's not in their nature to do anything else. So you had, what you need to do is to show in cinematic terms the single-minded predaciousness, if that's a word, the predatory nature of the shark. And that was the element in the book that we had to keep no matter what else. And right from the very first point of view of the shark, which is the first page of the novel. The fans can expect a beautifully produced version of the book. The pictures are better reproduced. I mean, it's like they use Blu-ray in the printing process. The photos are very clear and well reproduced. It's an expanded edition in that all the introductions that were written over the life of the book are collected at the front of the book, and the copious endnotes which I wrote for the 25th and 30th anniversary editions are included, which is kind of crucial to understanding the book, because when I first wrote it and when it was first printed in '75, there was a lot of things that couldn't be touched on for various reasons. You know, privacy of the individuals, studio politics, not enough time. But in the fullness of time, and when the picture became a hit and people wanted to know all about it, I could expand, and the endnotes do that. They answer some unanswered questions. They lay to rest some rumors that have surfaced over the years that needed to be put to rest. And there's some information in the endnotes that's kind of helpful to understanding the filmmaking process. So I'm very happy with it, what the job HarperCollins did with it.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.